So let's continue on with Stygian. Not much to say. Let's just jump right into the game and see how long we can keep this win streak going. I see a lot of offering cards. Crypt Builder, Titan's Tooth. There's also a Welder Helper. Or two. We have Daedalus with Damage Shield, Fel with Rage, and Seraph with Spell Consume. The Diligent. And, ooh, that's a Totem Fragment versus a Scorching Restraints. Our secondary clan is Exiled, Hellhound. That has to be a Totem Fragment though. And we have Conduit Tethys. Crypt Builder is enough to kill a boss. With the 2 spell weakness. But we might not have Crypt Builder in the exact hand where we need it. Although, if we just play out our units, that won't be a problem. We have a lot of units in this deck and they're basically consume cards. Enemies get +4 attack, I don't care much about that. Collector on the top, very nice. Yep, that's how I want the top floor to look like. We have 16 damage here. This guy will easily die. This wave is the problematic one. But we still have both Crypt Builders in the deck, so I'm not worried at all. I'm just gonna kill this guy here, so we don't take any damage to them on the top floor. Oh, Covenant 24 win. Congrats. Not bad at all. This prevents 18 damage. But this prevents 20 damage. The question is, will we draw back to it in time to play it anyways? Probably not. This is actually probably the best placement. Yeah. I think it might just make sense here. Because we don't intend to kill this Welder Helper at all. No more space for imps. Hope I draw a Crypt Builder here. Did not. That's a problem. No way to kill the backliner either. How much damage are we gonna take here? That guy will have 73, so 4 hits. That's 29 damage. I knew that was the risk when I went for this path. I had no other boss kill except for Crypt Builder on the top floor. Deep Offering, easy pick there. I'm gonna take an Inferno as well. How do we scale? We can't just deal with most stuff with spells early on, but that will eventually no longer work. We need something that can scale. And we need spell upgrades, right? More so than unit upgrades. Is that true though? Our spells are currently working just fine as long as we manage to play them. Upgrading the Siren is pretty good. Fine. quick. Quick is sadly not very helpful here. Quick on a cold Celia on the other hand. Now that's pretty good. Well, we have our top floor set up. Now what are we gonna do with the imps? Not sure yet. Enemy non-boss units enter with 3 spikes. I think that's fine. Still want to set up on the top floor. So I have some time to deal with these guys. Not happy about the collector spawning there. I did have the chance to play around it, but there were certain downsides to that. Too bad I can't play these imps on the top floor. We're also not triggering incant a lot yet. This one has got to be Titan's Tooth on the bottom and then trigger the incant with the lancers. Burn! I need more cheap spells. Not really. Our spells will get cheap once we upgrade Tethys. I need more spells. Titan's Gratitude is actually pretty awesome here. It's also cheap. Hidden Passage? Is Hidden Passage something we're interested in? Pretty much so, yes. Is there a great dupe? There is. We have Deep Offering in the deck. Relic is also quite tempting. So is the Pyre Health, honestly. No, I'm gonna go for the Relic. That's a Founding Seal. Easy skip there. Although we could have taken the Titan's entry. It wouldn't be terrible idea. Space Prism? This one, no. Not right now. We can't really fit morsels anywhere. Anywhere useful at the very least. And even though it is a 0-cost spell, that alone doesn't make it useful. The only way to deal with that thing is Cripilla. I mean, sure. Oh, I mean, I'm stupid. My Code Celia is dazed. Yeah, Founding Seal is very rarely a skip. I should play everything else first. I really want capacity, but I think I need... draw. This Forged Disciple will hit me for 4, which I'm certainly not happy about. No, only 2 because we have Frostbite on him. Forgot about that. There's a reason not to play the Frozen Lands here, but I think it's not a good enough reason. And that would be if we drew into the Titan's Gratitude, we could no longer kill the Overcharged Apprentice. With that alone. Doesn't matter. Unless I hit neither of them. I think with Founding Seal and Totem Fragment we are fine to just focus on the Stygian part here. None of these really help us. Nor do these. Get draw and 30 pyre health, very important. I would love multi-strike on the Siren. I would also love to get some spell upgrades. There are 3 removals on that side, but this side is very tempting for spell upgrades. And then... yeah, I think I'm gonna go look for my final set of upgrades here. And right now it looks like just a reroll. Fine. We don't need multi-strike on the Siren, right? We can just use spells to kill the frontliner. Siren is just for bosses. We have such strong shops coming up. I want to keep my gold. Definitely want a second conduit upgrade, because that makes it so much easier to cast my 3 costs. Do we set up on the top floor here? I think we still do. Gives us more time to incant, that's more important. And keeping the stats of these enemies low. Frozen Lands will kill the frontliner, and we can Titan's Gratitude the back. Too bad I can't play the Inferno here. I would love to. Inferno is a bit awkward right now. That one definitely needs a cost reduction. That's enough to kill that entire floor. But our Siren is taking significant damage here. Not like this will change much about that, but at least she's gonna have more health that way. Okay. Just didn't want to discard Deep Offering. That's worth it. There we go. That got us the kill. That was pretty close. This fight was pretty tough because we set up on the top floor. Yes, we definitely want a Guardian Stone. Tire Jumper, Tiresome Climb. Either of these could do well in this deck. I think I just want the Energy Pump. First Hell Pact. Iron drop cage, we do have a hidden passage, and I would now definitely take a tiresome climb. Could be worth it. Definitely worth it. Cost reduction goes on Inferno. Yeah. This is not that important though. I think it's not worth the cost increase. And the gold cost especially. Yes, gladly take that. That means we need to cost reduce it immediately. Magic power on the other crypt builder. I want both of them to hit pretty hard. Removals. All the spells are great. The imps and train stewards are the problem right now. Mark of Invasion. That should be fine. That's not a lot of damage to our units, nor to our pyre, if we just ignore all of them. Just means we probably shouldn't frozen lands here. Taking 6 is not a big deal at all. We got the collector as well, and we are well on our way of scaling damage to a reasonable amount. Can we set up a Guardian Stone this turn? It looks pretty much impossible right now. These guys will die to our quick sweeper. Is this the floor I want to Inferno? Or is it this floor? This one. For the next one I have more time to prepare. I can also split them apart. Want to set up this one. Let's hope we get the ascent here. We still might. We did not. Should be fine though. Although our backliners will die, the Siren has to do this by herself. Luckily, she's quite capable of doing so. So it's not a problem at all. Without Founding Seal, I could never have gone in that direction. This is really providing me the ability to just go along with this strategy and be fine. I take an Ice Storm. And a tiresome climb. Happily, in fact. Hellspanner's collection of tales, Pyrestone housing. Hellspanner's makes the imps more useful, easier to use as well. Wait, why did I reroll? I thought I had more gold than I actually had. Oops. Wasted some gold here. Not a huge deal though. Because we have Founding Seal. Not much can stop us at this point. Ragefell probably can't. Against Ragefell, I really want to set up on a lower floor if at all possible. Because that leaves less time for Fel to set up rage on his units, on her units. There are sweepers. Whoops. I need to daze that thing. I forgot that it already has attack. And now I have an imp at a spot where I don't want them. That's a bit awkward. How can we deal with this? By playing Siren of the Sea on the bottom floor and ascending her? Not really. We do have Guardian Stone, that might work out. Hate wasting that much damage on that enemy. Good thing we have the quick sweeper here, otherwise we would be in trouble. I play the Ice Storm for some armor. I might need the armor. The armor might be very important. That solves most of our problems in that regard. How much damage do we need for you? None? None is a pretty easy to come by damage amount. That works. Definitely play 2 imps to trigger the banners. Let's go! Man, I wish we could have afforded that rail hammer. That would have been quite useful there. We should have this. But Tethys is not gonna be happy about this. She doesn't like tanking. Not as in tanking as a concept. She's totally okay with that. But tanking as an activity? Not so much. Siren's Song is just the best nuke ever. 200 damage, AoE. More draw. I think with what we currently have, draw is our bottleneck. I think I want to get the dupe now. I'm honestly considering duping the hidden passage, but now that we also have a tiresome climb, that's less necessary. Oops, almost misclicked there. And we just go Convoy 3. It just makes sense with this deck. It's not something I usually go for, but... Okay, Spell Shield. scary, but I want the gold, and we have all these ascent cards that can help us get through this. Top floor being capacity reduced is definitely not ideal. But it will have to do. I do want to kill this guy. Yeah, evacuate our sweeper and then Inferno here. To send you and daze you for basically forever. I forgot to trigger Hell's banners. Another Inferno is available this turn. Where do we play it? It's very good on this floor. But it's also quite good on the next floor. I think this basically kills this floor, because this floor is now no damage at all. And this makes that floor pretty easy to deal with. Let's gain the extra energy here. And then debuffering. And then just cast more spells, because nothing else really matters at this point. Wait, I won't have the energy to play another unit at all. Oh well, shouldn't matter. I don't want you to fight those imps. It's just gonna make you stronger. There we go. Now the only thing left to do is beat Seraph. I take another Guardian Stone. These are quite useful. This feels like a skip to me though. I don't think I need Pyre Jumper anymore. I would love the dupe and the removals, but I feel like the spell upgrades might be important. Yeah, there are some cards that I want to cost reduce. The non-damage spell. When a card is discarded before the end of your turn, gain 1 energy. Kinstone Totem. Yes. That's very good. I also take the Traitor's Quill, I think. And even the Horn. Ice Storm deserves the extra magic power. Cost reduction goes on Inferno. Tiresome Climb. Maybe we don't need it as much anymore. And I think I still want it. On Hidden Passage actually. And then reroll for another Power Stone on Ice Storm. That one should have gone on Titan's Gratitude, maybe. It's still okay. As is. I'm gonna cost reduce the Inferno again. And then with the final money, I'm gonna buy a Purge on a Queen Simpling. Sure. And onwards to Seraph. I think we are in a pretty good spot. These guys I really want to kill on the bottom, but that's hard to do with this deck unless we set up on the bottom. That means we give up on the Totem Fragment ever doing something useful for us, which is also not too exciting. And this hand has only 2 spells, which are both really good for us. And top floor is capacity reduced. This is a nightmare. We're still okay. I don't think we are really threatened here. But it's definitely making things a lot spicier. Setting up on the bottom floor is pretty scary. But I think this is the time for it. I am considering not playing either of these spells right now. Basically letting this Gilded Wing go to keep these spells in the deck. Why am I setting up on the bottom floor when I have Ascend plans? I hope I'm not ruining my chances here. Well, we do have pretty insane combo potential now. And energy will soon stop to be a problem. I'm okay with burning the Siren Song. That one isn't necessary at all. And these Guardian Stones are now just useless. We need to scale the bottom floor. Inferno is pretty useless as well. Both deep offerings in the same hand, that's not really what I was hoping for. Should just Inferno the Seraph. We need to stack days on the Seraph. That's how we are most likely gonna beat them. These guys will both die to their Frostbite on the top floor. These ones won't. Stack the sap high. We need to draw. These will die to Frostbite as well. Yep, that's fine. The backliner I don't really care about. Might as well kill them while we're at it though. Yeah, Seraph has 10 days on him now, so this is good. This is all we need. That worked out. It was pretty much improvised at the end because I wasn't really prepared to fight on the bottom floor, but I think it just turned out to be the best scenario given the circumstances. We could have won on the top floor as well, I think, but I was more afraid of losing draws to Scorchers, draws and energy, than fighting on the bottom floor. But really, without Founding Seal, we would have been in a lot more trouble, and I would have had to work with an entirely different strategy here. But yeah, this worked out thanks to Founding Seal mostly. I like how our relics are so purple flavored.